So this is the one that gives you an error on HP2045. So basically you get the 59, I believe error 59.0, and this is the solenoid. Seem to be it's actually broken, or not exactly broken. You know, the spring goes right here, and there's like a lip. It goes on here, and it seemed to be that someone already put the tape. What it does is it clicks like that back and forth quickly. My issue here is to show you it goes in here, right? Once it goes in here, and you can attach it, and sometimes you can't see what's behind. This is what's behind this error message. So once you put that thing in there, this is the gear, the big gear right there where my finger is. You need to make sure it latches to. So let me show you if I turn it. It's not that easy with one hand. So it's usually supposed to turn. This is the part. So basically the problem was this one. This one right here, it's actually, let me see if I can show it to you. You gotta take this part, it's in there. So since they sent the whole part, it's gonna eliminate any other issues or problem. This is called, I believe, the gear assembly, fuser gear assembly. It's gonna take us some time, so let's get to it. And so I rolled the printer on the chair. It's kind of heavy. I don't want to break my back. So here we go. Make sure you lift with your legs. Put it down. First thing I want to do, remove the tray. Scratch the table, so I use this. Okay, here we go. Okay, lift it up a little bit. This sucker's heavy, guys. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna remove everything from here. Blah blah blah. This one. Okay. So let me get my screwdrivers. Sometimes they have the power screwdrivers, but I just rather do it through the regular manual way. And some screwdrivers, they're not magnetic. If not, make sure you get yourself something like that. It's called screwdriver magnetic or magnetizer, and as well as the magnetizer. See it? So you have the plus and they have the minus, which is good. So the plus, you magnetize. See what I'm doing? Just put it in, and if you put it in the minus, it's called demagnetize. In other words, if this is magnetized, it could no longer be magnetized. You do the same thing. But in my case, I want to magnetize. There we go. That's it. Just a couple times about it. Show you something else with this one. Let's say, first of all, there is let's see, there is an arrow up here and an arrow up here, and this is, you put the screwdriver this way and you take it out. But before you do that, there's a screwdriver right here. So there's a screw that you need to take it out. Mostly it's gonna be Philip, which I have that. Here we go. Now the thing with the screws, you want to make sure you put them where you know where you got it. So we're going to take all the screws from here. So it's 12:19. Let's see how long it takes me to take it apart. Now I want to make sure that the camera is lined up correctly. And it is. Okay, that's good. Alright, and this one I'm going to take out. Alright, I'm going to see how it's already holding. Ta-da! That's nice. So I'm gonna leave the screw right here to help me. That's where it goes back in. Sometimes it helps. And then this thing here, as I said, let's see, this one, it's coming apart. I just want to make sure. Okay, this one up, I believe, making sure. Okay, so this is gonna take it out first. Let me take this one out. Here we go. There it is. And there it goes. See, took it out. They have the arrow, one here, and basically what I did, sorry, I have an arrow here and here, so basically when I put the screwdriver, you go like that, you push these things in to take it out, okay? So I'm gonna put this one here, and this one, when you take these screws out, you remember I was trying to take it out and it was holding a little bit? So you got these screws right here, 1, 2, so flip the screwdriver to flip. Go. It came nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna put the screws back. It depends, everybody's different. I like to put them back so it reminds me where they go, and also I don't have to lose them. So here we go. Oh, another thing is, you take pictures, all right? You take pictures how everything goes. I've done this thing, so I took pictures earlier. I don't want to waste time, so I'm taking. Okay. And this is this one. You take this one up, you lift it up. First, let me take this one out. Make sure there's no screws up there. There's no screws. And then on the other side, right where the fuser is, and double checking, there is 2 screws right here. But before I flip and show you, I want to see if I can get this one. This has to come out, the part. So. This is the board, so I took it out. Alright, let's see what else. Okay, kidoki. Okay, this has to come off. So that's good. Alright, with this one again, there's one arrow here, and one arrow here. Arrow, I should say. We'll go with that and flip it up. But before I do this, there's a screw right here, so I need to remove the screw. Before I do that, there's 1, there's 2, okay, this one's gone, okay. I think this has to, it seemed to be, there's a screw came out. Someone must have taken it before me, I can tell. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take the top off this one. So let me see here. Making sure there's no screws, okay? I see why. Okay, so this one, the mall, I just found out here. There's a screw right there. So lift the screwdriver. You can see it's like just using a Phillips screwdriver. That's all. Really. Okay. So you go like this and take off. So basically like this, up and that way toward you. All right. Nicely done. So this one I'm gonna put it right here. See, I'm putting it in a different area so I know where they go. Okay. So anytime I take apart, I follow what needs to be done next. So this has to come off. This one. So I'm just going around to see if there's any screws. Okay, let me see. So there is something holding the top on. So if you look around here, there's a screw right there. Right here. Okay, so let's take that screw out. It's holding this part. And here it is. All these teeny tiny screws. Okay. What else is holding it? Let me find out. Oh, I need to take this one out. I need to take this one out first, guys. I think there's two screws here too. So I'm going to take them out as well. If it wasn't for my magnetic, I would have lost those screws. Holy crap. So I took them out. I'll show what I mean. There was one here and one here. I took it out. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to this one. And see, it's a little broken here. So that wasn't me. So someone did take this thing. I mean, this printer, it isn't as piece of cake unless you've done it before. But again, okay, let's get back to this one. I'm gonna pop these things out. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so it came off. So again, with this thing, it was one here, right? And there's these arrows that you pop it. You gotta, because of this, they hold it. So you got 1, 2, 3. All right, I took this one out. I'm gonna put it right here. And basically where it is the part at, it's right here. So this whole thing has to move or being taken apart. So this one here, that will be the power supply and the card and everything else. These things you gotta take a picture, but they usually go only a certain way. So let's get to it. So this has to come out. Let's see what else is holding it. Oh, guess what, guys? So remember I told you earlier, one here? There's another one right here. Flip this thing again. There was another one right here. So you remember how when you try to take it out and it's holding? That means it's hold on, it's held on to something. So here's another screw I just found. Okay. this one like that, and this one it was like that. I will only show you why this one came off. So this one, if you look at it, it attaches to this one right here. So when I remove those two screws from here, this is basically for this one, it needs to come off. But this one was like this, and it attaches downward. So keep that in mind. All right. I mean, if you have a power drill, it makes it a lot quicker. So let's do this. One. And you know what? Because I said earlier you're gonna take pictures. I just want to show you. I'm gonna take pictures so it reminds you before you do anything. So here we go. I took pictures. I took a picture. All right, put the screws here. And I could see this has already been taken apart. See how it's already bent before I take it out? All right, let me see something. I gotta stop it. So again, I'm taking the screws from here. This one is attached like that, and when I took that part, it just came off. So the reason is it attaches right here. So if you do it like that, it just come off. All right. I'll put it again, the screws everywhere. Let's see what we have. Now you gotta make sure, see, this one, after you get the screws from here on the bottom, and here's another screw. A lot of screws, guys. There's another screw right here. You know what's funny? Here's a screw and there's another screw right here, but it's missing. Wait, let me move my hand. So you could tell this has been someone worked on it. That's all right. I mean, it is what it is. You know what really amazes me? That there are some guys, techs, they take the time to video and explain things, and I mean how the world has changed a lot, because I look at it that not many people used to do this. Nowadays everybody does it. Okay, see, there's one here, you put it, there's a screws inside here, which I noticed, so this one has to come off as well. So you line up your screwdriver and let's take out this screw inside. Alright, and just, oh wow, see? I dropped it, I picked it up, nicely done. Okay, I believe this has to come off. It needs to slide this way. Wait, there it goes. Yeah, gotta go like that, and you pull it out. So, to make sure, I'm gonna take a picture of that, just doesn't give me a hard time. So I know how it's being done. See how I do it? Because every picture you take is going to help you how to put things back in case you forget. Because believe me, this thing needs to be all taken apart. See? There's another screw right here that needs to be taken out. how it's bent? I know why, because the guy probably tried to take the screws. He didn't realize he needs to take it out. Then he'd take these things. Because he couldn't get to it, so he had to bend it probably. That's what I'm assuming. I hate to use the word assume because I could be 100% wrong, but that's what I believe. Go. See, it's coming off. Again, there is something missing here. There's another piece of, I believe there is another piece here. It's missing. See how I know? Because those notches, it clicks on and then screws goes here, which is, I don't see it. But anyway, let me take a picture of that. How I know? Because by experience. Do I know everything? No. Alright, here we go. Let me check. Let me move the camera around to show you. Okay, so you could see this is the voltage. There's this one you need to take pictures. You gotta figure out how all these cables, they have to be removed. And let's see, there's the top. To show you how. Remember, there was a screw here and another screw here, which I explained to you, and there's the whole thing. I put them. I'm gonna put them right here. Okay, to show you how everything looks. Okay. I basically opened everything just to show you so far. So I still got way to go. I need to remove this one, so there's another screw right here. So let me just remove it because I want to show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so now I could be able to remove it, and we did. Let's put it right here. That's part of the. So let me show you what I want to do next. Okay, so this one has to be moved as well as that one. This is called, I believe, upper high voltage. This lower voltage. Most likely this needs to be removed, and that one. So let's get to it. So let me put the camera. Oops, sorry about that. So let me move this thing. It says high voltage, and this is high voltage, but it's called upper lower. So I'm gonna move this one and that one and this one. Take pictures just to be on the safe side. Let's get to it. Okay, let me see. I want to make sure the camera is set up correctly. Okay. Actually, I want to put the camera more closer here. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Good. Okay. All right. See this one? And there's this card. It has to be removed. Oh wow, it's missing a screw here and there. Wow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I remove this, I'm going to remove this, like that, okay? I want to get it closer as much as possibly can. Alright. I think that looks better. Okay, so there's 4 screws in here, I believe. There's 1, there is 2, and there's 3, and the 4th one is right here. Again, magnetic. Oh man, without it, probably I will be losing screws left and right. So it's good to keep, with this kind of job, you need magnetic screwdriver. Okay, wait, I think there's one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yeah, because I need to get this thing out. But before all that, all these cables, look at these cables, guys. Disconnect, disconnect. Let's get ready. Here we go. Take a picture, take a picture. Okay. They only go a certain way, but I took a picture because with all these cables, are you kidding me? Look at this. And then I gotta put it back, and actually I found this printer is not up and working, so I'm doing it blindfolded, guys. We'll see what happened. The thing is, I need to replace that part, that fuser, gear, assembly, whatever you want to call it, solenoid. That cost is out of 59. As you can see, look at this. You probably can't see from my hands, but there's so many cables. Look at this. The good thing I like about HP, they make their cables, they only go a certain way. In other words, you can't mess up with the cables, so don't be scared. If you haven't done anything like that, I am not gonna say any more than, I don't know. I mean, if you're not comfortable, maybe you want to do it with someone, watch it with someone, or what the heck, take a chance. You know what's funny? I do some of my videos, barely I have anybody comment. So I don't know. It must be either boring or who knows. I hope they're not boring. Today's a nice day, guys. I'd rather be outside and enjoying the weather, but unfortunately, not today. I have to do this. This printer is, they told me it's been down over a week, and the guy was going somewhere else to print, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So please get over there and fix the printer. I'm like, okay. Okay, let's see what's holding it. Oh, okay. Take out the, I forgot to take out the screw, and then this one is holding it right here. See it? Okay, and another screw right here. All the screws here, so I don't lose them. Okay. Wow. So this one was like that. Okay. All right. Okay, so I took everything like that, blah blah blah. Now I need to take this piece of thing out. Now let's see what's going on. These cables are everywhere, so I have to be careful and see what's going on. Okay, in order for me to take this one out, there are two small screws in the front. You gotta take them out, which I took them out earlier, and I will show you what I mean by that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I did is when I took this piece out and the boards, so I put them right here, so it reminds me that's how it goes. See it? So this and that. Okay, so now I need to do is what? I need to take out this one. I'll take a picture of it, so give me some idea. Nowadays pictures, you could take as many as you can. Here we go. And we have one here. You have one here, 2 and 3, but you have some of these clips or notches. I'll show you what I mean by that. You're gonna go like that. 1, 2, and 3 right here on the bottom. Okay. See, the good thing is the customer gave me this room to work on, and I don't have to work where the guy is working because I don't have enough space or room. Alright, here we go. Now I just want to loosen them up. The reason is because here you have another cable. Actually it's with it, I'm gonna leave it. You have some cables here too on top right here hanging on to it, so I want to remove it. I did, and it's holding on, it's not coming out. Why? Because this you're gonna press in and pull out, and here we go. Okay, let's put it right here. Okay, the culprit I want to show you. The culprit is right here. From looking at this thing right here, it seemed to be missing something fishy. Oh wow. I'm trying not to put my head in a way, but yeah, this one is a clip. You gotta take it out. Okay. Oh, hello. Come on out. I don't want to break that wire. Okay. So make sure it goes this way. So when I do it like that, I put it back. Same way. Okay, let's see. I believe this needs to be removed. Let me get the part that they shipped me. So, again, this is the part they send the whole assembly. Let's see. They send the whole assembly. So this one has to go. This is gonna go like this, guys. Let me just make sure. See it? Actually, I want to make sure. No, I take that back. It's gonna go this way because it's gonna go like that. See, this wheel is this one. This one is that one, and this one, that little small black piece, was here. So this is gonna go like this. So this is gonna go like that in here. All right. So I need to take this one out right here. And one thing, I need to take a picture of how this one looks. One here, and there's another one right there. They could have just sent me that solenoid by itself, but I guess whatever happened, something happened. Who knows? Okay. So this has to come off because something, this one is held on right here, somewhere, right here. Okay. That. This is the culprit. Wow. I need to remove this in the back. I need to remove. Remove the fuser. Put it right here. And my small flashlight. There's a small screw right here. So this one has to come off. Get to that, okay. So this thing. Some more screws, I gotta take this one out. Since every part that I take a picture. So what I want to do, right here in the front, this is how it goes. Let me bring my camera. Okay, so I took this one out. There was a screw right here. I took it out. Okay. This has to come off, so I'm going to do it right now. So I took a couple of screws from here in the front, and you can see this a little bit like dangling, as well as that. So I want to show you how I could be able to remove this. A lot of cabling, but these brown and the white, it's part of the here we go. Okay, just don't want to break anything. This has to come off, see it? Now I just lift this thing up. And here we go. Just be careful when you pull it out. This is the old one. And what I noticed, you see, it's missing the spring. And if you open this one out, sometimes you could just do it like the way people tell you. Since this is an old one, I don't care. I'm just gonna open it and show you what I'm talking about. I bet you something is broken here. I believe this is called fuser gear solenoid. I don't know. I mean, they have different names. I don't know what they're called, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. Since I already took it apart. This one. Here we go. I was right again. Look. Where's that piece of metal that goes here? See, someone put a tape. Yeah, so that's why this freaking thing kaboot. Okay, so the new one I want to show you. Well, I already have that. See, here's the new one. The new one, see how it has that little spring there? And this one goes as fast as possibly can, and you take this one out to get to it sometimes if it's just as simple as that one to take it out, which I just showed you earlier on the old one. So they sent me the whole thing. Okay, let's put this in back. You can see it. Let's take a picture of this again. Okay. Okay, this is for the HP. As you guys can see, I had to take this whole thing apart in order for me to take this gear assembly, fuser gear assembly, and it took me about an hour. Maybe it takes you a little longer depending on how long. If you haven't done it before, that's how it looks. Look at this printer. Just take it apart. I have to take everything apart to get to that part. Okay. So I took a lot of pictures earlier, so it gives me some idea how to put everything back. Alright, so this is the new part. It's complete, and it's usually to solve all this problem, it's because of this one. It's called gear solenoid. Let's see if you can see it right there. Alright, thanks. So now we're gonna put this back. Oh, just stop for a second. Okay, so we're gonna put this in back, and let's do it. So the best thing is to do, I'm gonna move this thing up like that, and easily just push it in. There we go. I don't want to force it. I just want to make sure something, these wires are in a way. So I want to move this thing like this. Put them all downward, it makes it easy for me. Like that. Just, you know, don't forget these gears gonna align with that one. I'm not worried about it now. I need to put this thing in first. Let's try this way. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, I want to try the other way. Okay, so we're gonna lift this up like that. Move all these cables as much as possibly can. I want to see if I can stick this thing in first, like that. There we go. This has to go more in that way. So I want to move this thing like that. And these cables are holding it. Okay. Has to align with the holes. See it? There it goes. Okay, that looks good, much better. Now what I want to do is I get my flash drive and I want to make sure, because what happened is, in my case, you see, you remember the 4 holes, the 4 screws that I took out for the assembly? I need to line it up. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So on top, I see it's not lined up yet, so I need to line it up. And here, it clicked. Okay. Now, I bring my flashlight to see. See, there's one right there. I want to show you. Let me put my screwdriver. Thank God for the magnetic. There is one right there. You see it? But I'm gonna line it up and push it in, so it could line up and goes nicely. But what I wanted to know, or to make sure, before I start plugging everything, I want to make sure there's no wires somewhere hanging there here. Okay, so all right, let's do that. Sorry guys, I need to see what I'm doing now. Because now I can see and I need to line up things. Okay, so let's put a screw. All right. See, I keep going till it stops. There, dead stop. Just to hold it in place. So remember, there are 4 of them. Okay. There's another one in there. Another one in here. Okay. Alright. There's one all the way inside. So I put one here, right? There's another one right there. I don't know if you see it right there. So I got magnetic. This is gonna help me out. So I'm gonna put it nice and slow. And there. It pushes the system. Pushes it into place. Good, and it stopped. Once it stopped, you stop. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, there's one right here. But what I want to do first, I want to put this in here. There's another one right there. So you can always look at the old one. So I put one there and one here. That means there's one down here. So you can't see it. So we're gonna put a screw. We're gonna put some lights. And all there, I see it. See, guys, lift this one up. And it's down there. And here we go. So what I want to do is there and click. So we got 1, 2, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. And let's see, there's one more here. So let's get this. And that one goes all the way there. Here we go. So it'll be a little bit easier now since this has been removed. Oh man. Without this magnetic, I would be probably losing screws everywhere. There we go. Now I could see it from on top. There, see? Click. Nice. Okay. Alright, so this is done. While we're doing this, let's make sure any cables. This one goes. This one, remember, I need to. This one goes here. Okay. This one, see the yellow one? I need to attach it here. Otherwise I would be in trouble if I don't click it. See it? See it, guys? That's the thing about this thing. You gotta take your time. Otherwise you forget which cables to put back. That's why I do pictures. Now I'm doing my pliers sometimes. My hand a little slippery, but you don't want to pinch it. What I mean by that is I want to put this thing in here, so clicks. Here we go, and it went in. See it? Okay. More stuff. Okay, those two. go this way. It's going to come down all the way and it's going to click right here for the power. See guys? Okay. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to attach this. This one here, this one there. Okay. Let me get 2 screws and attach it. I believe one of them here I took out. Yep. Make sure I line it up. Here we go. And what I'm basically doing on the front, same thing I'm doing there, I try to line it up and put the screws back. There's a lot of screws, this thing. This one I'm not sure where the screw goes, so I need to put some flashlight to see where it's lined up. And it is there, okay. Okay. So I just put that in, and I still continue doing other things. So I need to go back this way. So you know I already attached this thing with 4 screws. I made sure also the yellow is attached here, this one as well, and there's more to come, but I want to show you something here on the other side. Let me see, making sure. Okay, so what I did, I made sure it's all up tightened. So there's 1 screw here, 1 here, and 1 here, and on the other side. So I made all that. Now it comes in this piece. It may not look important, but it is. So this has to attach here. Wait, let me use this one has to attach here, and this sticking out, it goes in here. So just want to show you. So you go like this, you put it, and you line it up, and there. Okay, looking good so far. And I believe this one later on is gonna go right here. Let's see, I'm doing it backwards, sorry. That goes this way. Okay, it goes this way, guys. So again, this piece goes this way, because what happened is I need to line up these. That's where the screws goes here later on, just to give you some idea. So we got it right. Okay, so let's continue. Now what I want to do is, this side is finished. The next thing is, this is what we need to work on. Let me make sure my camera is set up correctly. Yes, okay. So what I did earlier, again, having a screwdriver as well as small flashlight will help. Making sure, let's see if I, this one here, this one there, and this white one is for the power, goes right here, so you want to make sure. And then those two, we're going to put them there on. Okay. All right, this is like that. This piece, I believe I took it out, but I'm gonna attach it right here. See this thing for the fan? There's one screw right here. Let me see if I can see it through my camera. Oh yeah, okay. So I need to put one screw here. It's kind of like loose. So let's put it right now. The way to do things is just go over anything that is missing. I wanna see if this one goes here. Oh, actually no, this. It goes right there. Okay, here we go. It's kind of loose. I don't want to. Okay, so I don't tighten things. I like to. Okay, this one. Okay, this one gonna go this way. What I'm doing right now, I'm just fishing the cables on the other side where I'm gonna have these goes here. So the white one, the ground, the power is from the outside. So that's what all I'm doing. And I don't want to keep moving the camera around too much because I gotta keep going. But you get the idea. All right, so this one is gonna go this way from the top. First of all, I want to do this. You see this thing? Remember, I got it loose. What I want to do is you just get that thing here and you align it right there. Let's see. There we go. Actually, before that, there's a couple of wires not on top. Here we go. I will move. Okay. Here, okay. All right. I tried to line them up, and that's what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Let's see what I show you. Let me see. What I was doing is right here. You see these plastic things? See how it goes? And you attach it, you see? That's all I was trying to do to make it in its place. And then I did the wires this way. You see this one? It's gonna go back. And I'm trying to do the best I can to show you guys as much as possible, but you get the idea. Okay. Okay, my camera's falling. Why? Okay, here we go. All right. So this is attached, looking nice. All right. For some reason this one came off, so I think it's the reason is this is not aligned, and I want to make sure it's aligned, because once I put everything back, guys, you know how it is, it's like that's it. Okay, I'm going through my flashlight to make sure nothing is broken, missing, cables going over it. I better do it now because here we go. See, I go over it. I do it with my hand. I try not to do it with a screwdriver much because I don't want to damage or pinch the cables. Okay, see how this one goes like that? Because if I put some cover or do the screwdriver and then if the wire is not nicely neat, I don't want to damage it. Okay. So this one goes like that. What I want to do is, before I start putting back everything, I just want to show you something. So as much as I did something, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So let's see. Camera is not cooperating. What's wrong with it? Okay, here we go. See? That means I need to put this one back on, which is this. So I go by my pictures just to be on the safe side to make sure it's done correctly. So this is how it's gonna go now. I'm gonna put this in like this, like that, line it up. And the best way to do it is you start out with these things. See how they attach? And you just push it and it clicks, right? But while that thing is clicking, very important for me to make sure all the cables and the wires are out. Okay? Now don't forget, there is this one here, this one. It needs to be plugged in there. So let's do it right now. I don't want to forget, because if I forget, it's going to be suck to find out why it's not working. Actually, I want to take it out to show you, because I don't want you to like say, oh my god, how did that happen? Here, I'll show you. This one, you see? Don't forget the one on the behind, see? So let's do it right now. Why? Because I don't want you to forget. Here, I made sure it's in. While I'm making sure everything's in, see how these cables all the way behind it? I'm lifting them all up, making sure everything, nothing is hanging, dangling, or in the way. And I want to put it slowly. With this particular printer, or I would say almost every job. It's not the same, but every job, take your time, take pictures, okay? Because once you put everything back on and you start it up, it may not start or add a message, you know how it is. You're like, oh no, what happened? Here we go. So one goes here, and I believe there's one down there, yep. And one here. And thirdly, it's on the bottom, right there. Okay, so the board is back in place and we're good to go. All right. Oh, looking good. So the next thing is, what do we need to do? We need to bring, remember, I put them both together like that to help you. So we're gonna put this piece of metal first. See? And then just go over it. So let's put this on first. So how are we gonna do it? We're gonna go like this, slide it, easy. See this one here, it clicks on it, one, and this one here. Then it goes attached to the sides. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. You see this in here, these, they attach to this thing, and here, and then to these pieces of plastic. So the way to do it, you go like that, you push it in, and you check on the other side, and it went in, right? And here, you click it. All it's just you're doing to make sure it is held properly, and on my side, it's looking good. Okay. Okay, so remember the two screws in the back? Let me show you. Now that's where the other screws goes here to hold it. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But again, making sure you line it up, line it up. Just take your time, line it up, see it? Okay, I know I'm taking forever, but I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for you, for everyone out there, because I know it's not a piece of cake, this job. So whoever says it's 1, 2, 3, it's not, okay? Even I myself, I would say, yeah, it's taking me a while. But it is what it is. Okay, see it's held. So it did not go in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to loosen it up. I thought it went in, it did not. Okay, I'm going to loosen it up. Because what happened is it's supposed to attach on top. I mean, some people would say, I forget, just move on. But I'm not. I want to do it the right way. I like to do things. You did not see? And let's see what's holding it. Yeah, now my head is in the way. Okay, there we go. So I have to lift it up like that. There we go. So you're gonna make sure it's up, this in at the same time. You go over here, line it up, and then you push it down like that, and it's held nicely now. Now I go back here and I put those two screws, because what happened, this one wasn't latching on. That's what I was trying to do, which now it's fine. Now I'll put those screws back on. got loosened up, that small black piece that I showed you earlier, guys. So I'm gonna put it back again. There we go. Okay. All right, so what are we? Right there, boom, okay. These things are sticking out. Okay, here's the big thing now. I need to put everything back. This one, a lot of cables. Look at this. So what I want to do is slide it. When I mean slide it, this one, that one, they're gonna go right here. Okay. So here we are. This is how it goes. See, I forgot totally because it has two holes. One is to hold them on the notch and one for the screw. So even me, even after the picture and it's not going. See, if you try to do it this way, they won't line up. And you see this sticking out, and that's for the screw. So you know it has to go this way. And I took a picture earlier. I know that the number is that way. So this is how it's gonna go on a watch. Even me, I almost forgot. So I gotta go this way, right? And now, while I'm making sure at the same time, pushing these cables out. Okay. And this is what I want to show you. You see how this is sticking out? And they have to attach. There, you see this thing? You got one hole, two hole. This is just to hold it. See how it's held up? And now, it was a smart idea on the engineers. They did a great job to tell me that it goes this way. All right, so now I gotta put 4 screws to it. I'm gonna grab 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put them on the side because I don't want to lose them, number 1. Number 2, I know how many is left. Here's 1. And here's 2. 3. 4. And the cable is nicely done. Okay. All right, now. This one goes here, goes there, which I'm not worried about it now. First, let's start with these cables. All right, you guys ready? All right. As you know, this one goes here, goes there. So I'm going to just start putting them on without talking about it, because don't forget these things, see how they go. If you're not sure, if you go back, I want to show you something. I want to go back to my picture because the reason I do that, sometimes if the cable is reversed, it's going to give you an error. So I want to show you what I mean by that. So here earlier, let's see. What the heck is it? Here we go. You see this white cable? It should. Okay. All I'm doing right now, I'm just plugging in each cable. I'm really not much worried about how each cable goes because they have to go a certain way. HP engineers, God bless them, they did a great job, which means you can't mess up. Here we go, watch. Every time you're trying to put something, if it doesn't go, it means you're not plugging it in the correct port. Here we go, see, it's going nicely. Okay, so I'll put all the rest of the cables, everything else. So now I'm gonna put this back here, and this one has to be the other way. So what I want to do is basically it has to attach here and slides. You see these things? All right, let's see. I'm just gonna go this way, and here we go. Okay, and that's how it goes. And this one is gonna go right here. But first, I'm gonna put the screws. So let me get some screws. Okay, here we go. One screw goes right here. One screw goes right there. And this one here, one there. Here we go. I mean, if you make a mistake, it's not a fail or pass test. You can always go back and do it. So I put these things on. What I want to do is, I want to see if I can start the printer before I put everything back on. Why? Because I want to make sure there's no error, there's nothing's missing, and if it is, I can go back. You know what I'm saying? So right now with this one, obviously I put this cables here also. You see it? Let me see if I can see it there. Let me turn it more this way. See how all the cables. Remember, I took a picture of this. There we go. This one goes like that, but I'm not worried about it now until I put the other piece. Okay, because this one doesn't really attach to anything other than when you put the other plate. So let's put the next plate, which is this. See, this one goes this way, but there's another piece is missing here. I want to go get it. So basically, we gotta make sure that, I don't know if you don't remember, if you guys remember, I mean, it was missing. So I had to go back and find the previous tech footsteps and find where the heck this piece is missing. So this one has to go. Let's see, has to go this way. You see these round, these are oval, round, this long. So the long one, most likely it's gonna go this way. All right, let's see. There we go. this way. I believe so. Okay. Let me go on the other side, making sure. Now, if I take it this way, or is it this way? See, no, it has to go this way. See how it clicks, and then I'll put the screws right there. Okay, perfect. Okie dokie. HP engineers, amazing, amazing. Even if I try and mess up, it won't go up. See, these things has to go this way, and you see how it came nicely. So now I'm gonna get one screw. Now I'm not sure if I put the screws now or later, but I want to just put one. Here we go. I just wanna do it. I could have really ignored this thing because I couldn't find it, or by experience I know there is a piece that goes here. That's why I went back and looked for it, and I found it in the box where the previous tech must have forgot to put this back on. So that's how it should go. Now the next one is, this one goes this way. Wait a minute. It goes this way. No. This way. Here we go. So this has to go that way. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. This. I'll take that back, guys. So this one goes, after I put this one on, I put 1, 2, I don't know if I should put them now or later, I'm not sure, but I want to take one step at a time. Even me, I don't have time to look at the pictures, but this is just a piece. So this one has to go this way. Let's see. All right. This one goes right that way. Okay. So this one goes like that. Boom. And this one goes like that. Okay, now I got it. So this one goes this way, and this piece, it goes that way. See how it goes inside? And here, let's see, it goes this way, blah blah blah, and then you attach it with a wire. Okay, so let's do it. Here we go. I'm gonna put this one here. Remember I told you earlier, see how it's being bent from the previous guy? So you go this way, you line it up, which I'm doing, trying, because it's a little bit bent. And this one here, okay. Here we go. Here we go. That's how it looks. So, the only thing I need to do is these things. This one on the bottom, I could do it right now. Before I put this one. So let me do it now. Because I just realized I don't have to. And here I am. And there's nothing on top. Okay, so it's only see this thing here? There's a little bit like notches. I'm trying to line them up because it's a little bit bent from previously, and I want to put it flush. Here we go. These things, see it? 1, 2. Alright, looking good, looking good. And now I'm putting this screw right here. And another one goes right here. Another one goes right there. Because this thing is going to go through that hole, remember? So now this one I have to line it up, which is here. There it goes. Nice. Okay. And you gotta put a screw right there. See, every time you take it off, you gotta line it up again. These things, 1, 2, and then you gotta put the hole. So I wanna line it up. Here's 1. And let me see. Oh, and don't forget here also, you gotta line up. See these thing notches here, they go all the way inside there. So let me just do it the correct way. Sometimes it could be simple as 1, 2, 3, sometimes it gives you a hard time. Here we go. Okay. Because if you don't line this thing up, when you put the card back in here, it's not gonna fit, or you may break it, which I don't want to do that. Alright, so here we go. Now I gotta cover this thing. The reason I don't want to put the rest of the screws, I want to make sure it goes this way. It goes this way, right? If it goes this way, that means if I put the screws now, how am I gonna put this one over it? So I'd have to go this way. Alright, see 1, 2, and then the rest down there. But again, you gotta line up these things here, so it couldn't go nice. Watch. And here we go. So when you line it up that way, you gotta push it backward because you gotta line up these holes. There it goes. You see what I mean? See what I did? Now I want to make sure this did not come off. See here, lined up. See how the holes lined up? No, I cannot see here good from the camera. I want to make sure. Yes, it did. Okay, great. I got more screws here, guys, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so as well, just put the screws, not a big deal, because I want to turn on the printer and see how, if there's any error messages, because I don't know what I'm expecting. Okay. All right, and this one here, I gotta put this thing. Let's see. Card. So this has to go this way, remember? So you gotta go nice and easy. It has to line up. So I want to put it in the groove. See this thing? The groove. So you gotta put it nice and slow. Or actually it's, yep, it's this way. Okay, I want to see what's going on. Did I have it upside down? No? Okay. This is bent. That's the reason. See? It was bent, guys. And I see it lashed. Okay, that's good. Alright. The next thing, I want to turn this thing on while not fully closed. Why? I'm going to put the fuser back in, otherwise it was giving me. Let's put this in. Okay. Okay. Close this. All right. I want to put this into action. All right. So what I would do, let me get the power and see what happened. Okay, I want to just plug it in and see how much of, see what error, if there's any issues, any problem, and let's wait for the printer. As you can see, I did not put the rest of the covers. I just want to see how it functions, if there's any error messages. And we're waiting on it to come up. Okay, so I put everything back except the covers and everything else. As you can see, the sides, you gotta make sure all cabling all done, especially this one. Make sure I found out this one, you see this one here, this particular one that goes as a safety latch, you want to make sure it's all plugged in. What I'm trying to say is make sure everything's being plugged in correctly. The only two that is not need to be plugged in or there's empty is here. Alright, so now what I wanted to do is, before I put everything back on, I want to make sure it comes up. So let's get ready, guys. Alright, here we go. So I want to just plug it in, and it goes this way. And let's watch this one. And you know what I want to do? I want to put something here on this one. Oh, that's a good sign. The display came up. Okay, let's see if there's any error message. Okay. Let's take a look and see what's going on. I like to see if the fence is going. Okay. Just don't touch anything. I just want to show you it's going. That's a good sign so far. See it? All right, it's a success, guys. It's a success. Ooh. Because this job, it took me 4 hours, literally 4 hours. Okay. Because okay, don't touch anything with your fingers or with a screwdriver or with a fan. This is high voltage. Do not touch. I'm just showing you that the printer is up and working, and it says ready. Yay, guys, I'm more excited and happy than you guys are. All right, so now I could put everything back on. So now we finally replaced this one. To show you, this is the culprit. I replaced the whole thing. Why? Because this one, it was broken, missing a spring, missing the handle that goes up here. So it was a disaster. But remember, I took a lot of pictures, I put it all together, and that's what I see. It's looking awesome. These things are very important to know how to put the cables. The HP engineers, whoever designed this thing, I give them A+. You cannot be able to put any of these things in the wrong port. They all have different sizes on purpose so you could put them. But what's most important, these things, you see these things? You want to make sure they're done correctly. All right? You probably say, what do you mean by that? Let me see. There is a white side and there is a blue side. You can see all of them on this side. See, they're only white. See how they're shown? Anyway, when you take them out, just take pictures, make sure it's done correctly. And now I want to put the rest of the stuff on, back on, I should say. And I'm just gonna shut it down. Again, it's showing me a beautiful message, ready. That's what I want to see, ready. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna unplug it. All right, so what I wanted to do, let's see where the printer is pointing. I mean okay, yes, all right. All right, whew, it's a lot of work, and one thing is you want to make sure it comes up with a good sign, which did. Before it did not. All it just saw is just the power, no display, nothing whatsoever except the fan, and it turned out to be one of the cables was missing. I had to trace my step. It wasn't that bad, and it was done. Okay, so now I want to put this thing back on. First of all, let me just show you the top. What I mean by that, I don't know if you notice it or not. See how that is? So now I want to put this one back on. You see it? See, guys? So this is gonna go like this. All right, so the way to do it, I'm gonna slide this thing down this way. I'm doing it with one hand. I better put the camera down, but just want to show you. So you put this thing like that, and I want to check out the other pieces. Okay. All right, let me see something here. It's not coming up or going. So basically, there is these things that they have to go a certain way. So I'm gonna put it like that. See, when you do it with both hands, it's a lot easier. And there it goes. Okay. All right, now there is one screw that goes right here. So let me just put it right now. looking for a screwdriver, and I just got one, and here I am. I mean, okay, it went in good, nice. Okay, so the next thing is I could bring this one, the top one. Now this is really easy. All you do is you go like that and down. So let me see where the camera is pointing. It's pointing the other way. Let me bring it on the other side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is better. So we're gonna go like this. All I'm doing is I'm lining up right here and right there, and then push downward. Now once I push downward, there is a small screw that you gotta put right there. See where my finger is? You gotta put one right here. Okay? Alright, let's do that. Thanks for your patience, watching, subscribing, give thumbs up. And I would appreciate a helping hand. For those of you subscribers, I have some great videos, very useful videos, and it saves you a lot of time. But you have to subscribe in order for you to watch them, so you can support me, you can help me, because I take the time to do this. And there is only a few people who support me. It's not that much, it's just $2 or even $1. It's the principle, guys. It's not much. Some of you, I notice you subscribe for 1 month and then you cancel. That's fine. But whatever you do, help me out. I also support other streamers as well. You're not gonna make a lot of money on YouTube. I mean, some people can. The reason I say that, it helps me to buy, let's say, SD cards, batteries, you know, in my daily work. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right. So we put this in nicely. Boom. Now I want to put this one. So if I put this one on, I think there's the other piece right here. This one goes like that. This is not it. This one goes like this. And you see these things on the bottom? They just drop like that. And you put them like that. And that's all. But before you do that, I'd rather slide it down there, because remember, I have to open this. So otherwise it would stick out. So let me just do it right now. Okay. There we go. Okay. And now I put the other screws right here. And sometimes before I put the screws, I just want to make sure. And yes, so I need to put the screws here first. So let me put the screws as we speak. All right. And this one latched nicely. I need to do some more, which is here. I found it. Actually, I want to say something. I believe these things are white. The black ones, they're supposed to be visible. So I want to get the white one. Here we go, because I have those. Okay. No, I think it's the same. So basically I'm just putting everything back. I mean, what I did is basically I made sure that the printer comes on without other messages, because if I put everything back on and there is an error message, forget it. Why would I want to put it on? So make sure you keep that in mind. But once you turn it on and you don't have the covers, don't forget, do not touch anything on the printer. You don't want to electrocute yourself, hurt yourself, or damage the printer. All right. So now I'm just basically putting all the screws. That's all I'm doing right now. And remember, I took pictures because I had to go back to some of the pictures to make sure how some of the cabling goes, and I found it correctly, sometimes not, and it helps me out. Okay, so let me switch this thing. Let me close this thing. All right, and now go this way. Now this thing here, and remember, so what are we gonna do is this one basically goes this way. Actually no, it goes, ta-da, goes this way. All right, it goes this way. I wanna make sure, this way, yeah. Because what happens is, you see these edges sticking out, you got 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. That tells me this has to go this way. So I'm gonna line it up. Let me see if the camera is shown on the bottom. Yes, it's okay. So here we go. I'm gonna line it up this way. Okay, and once you line it up, you want to make sure they don't pop out from the other ones, and you slide it to the right. And here I did, and then the holes, they line up. All right, okay. So let's see what else. I think this cover I need to put it back on, and that one. So it's really nothing much to it other than just put all the covers. I mean, the place is really great. They gave me this conference room. Can you believe it, guys? I got a conference room to do this job because this printer is heavy and it's big, and I couldn't be able to do it in that customer's office. It's teeny tiny small. Okay, so I got this thing on. I need to put the screws back on. Here we go. I've noticed there are people who uses what it's called power, which is great. I don't have one. But if you do use the power, you want to make sure you go easy. Do not strip the screws for the next technician. Because remember one thing, you always think of the other person. It could be you again, or you don't want to go do someone else's work and turn out to be it's broken or it's missing or stripped. So if you think of the other person, your life will be easier. Once you think of others, things will be smooth, and I found out every day. Think of those guys who pull cabling. You know how you find like a string. The first time I did cabling, I didn't know what it was until someone explained it to me. So now I know they leave it on purpose for the next person. All right, there we go. It's looking great as usual. And I think there's one screw goes here. That's not it. This one. Okay, beautiful. I believe this one goes on the other side, but first let me do this. Okay. Now comes this one. So we're gonna put this way. Okay, so you see what I did? I put one of the screw right here. So I'm gonna take this one out. Turn out to be for this one, which is not a big deal. That's why sometimes you make a mistake, you learn from it. I want to make sure. Okay, it is good. Okay, so and let's see. I think this one goes another screw right here. So listen. See, these are just to be held. And believe it or not, it's good not to miss any screws, but somehow I end up almost forgot about this one and one more here. I mean, anything that you see that is missing screws, count the screws again. Here we go. All right, that looking good. Now we could put this one on. Now with this one, I have to go like this. Have to lift it up, and let's see. Okay, here we go. Remember how I lifted the lip and pushed this thing in, and now I'm going like that to it, making sure good. Okay, so you gotta put one screw down here, which I'm about to. The screw that I just took out, that's the one that goes in here. This printer is old, so and I have a feeling it has been done so much work on it. Actually, I'm gonna screw in it. There we go. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right. This one, I believe it goes here. Here, yep. This one goes right here, guys. So what I want to do, because there's a screw that goes there, so while I'm doing it, making sure there is no screw in the way. There is none. Okay, so I got it right. So we're gonna go like that. These things, they're gonna slide into here. Here we go. And then I'm gonna put the screw right here. Okay. I see another one right there. Okay. Nice. Now there's another one right here. So let me get that piece, which is this one. Now with this one, it's a little tricky. I could see it's broken before earlier, but you need to just see this latch. Once you put it this way and you push downward. So let's do that. So we're gonna go this way. So I put the lip and you could see it, it's nicely done. Sometimes the customers, they break this. You know, this is the fuser, you take out the fuser, right? I want to show you how they break something easy. You see this thing here? They need to push this thing down and it goes down, right? Sometimes they break this. And then you have to buy the whole thing, this piece. Just letting you know, see how it goes down, and then they push it downward and they break this blue piece. Where's my flashlight? Just making sure there's no screws, anything in there. All right, it's in my pocket. Okay, it's looking good. So far, looking good. All right, see, I'm making sure. Okay, this close good. And let me see, go around. All right. I hope that helps you guys out. Any questions, comments, please don't forget to subscribe, as well as be a monthly subscriber. There's a lot of videos out there that you do not see that saves you a lot of time, especially if you are into servers, data centers, routers, surveillance camera, and all that kind of stuff. So there are some hidden videos. In order for you to see them, you have to be a paid subscriber. It's really not much, $2.99 or $1.99. Thanks, you have a good day. Okay, let's test it again. Plug it in, making sure it's working. And there it goes. Don't forget, this is the HP 25. And let's see, wait till it comes up to normal. I tested it earlier, but I just want to make sure. So far, so good. Okay, let's see. Initializing. That's a beautiful sign. And what I okay. And this is it. There it goes, guys. Ready. Let's print out the config page. Test it out. We're gonna go info, print, not supply, print config, yes. Let's test out the printer, making sure it prints. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't want to just say, oh, it's working. You want to make sure it prints out. Alright, that's good, that's good. Let me see. And there it goes. Actually, I'm printing the menu. That's fine, let it print, because I need to let it print as much as possibly can. So let's go back again. Retrieve job, nope. Diagnostics, go back again. Info, there, print config. So I'm going to info and then print config. That's nice. All right. That's what I am, guys, in a beautiful conference room. Alright guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment as well. Don't forget to give likes up. Thanks. You have a good day, everyone.